Well, everybody, we welcome you to Fantasy Football Today, presented by BetMGM, the sportsbook born in Vegas. And you know what, Dave? I'm going to play a little baseball today. It's the last day of the MLB regular season. Very relevant. You know why?
Nope.
Because we've already got a big curveball being thrown at us here at 8:30 in the morning, actually about a half hour ago. Oh, my God. I'm so frustrated because if those of you loyal listeners and viewers who are watching the FFT Express episode, we're talking, oh, yeah, go ahead and start Jaylen Warren. He was expected to play. It is very rare when the reporters say guys expected to play and then he is ruled inactive or he's ruled out and he's inactive. But Jaylen Warren is inactive, and it is causing a lot of headaches because I have now, just full disclosure, I've picked up Kenneth Gainwell in a few leagues. I am starting him over Jerry Jeudy. You like that?
I do. You like that? I do.
I mean, I am nervous that Caleb Johnson is going to get the bigger role, but I'm going to assume it's going to be Gainwell. Johnson's done nothing, and Gainwell should catch the passes. I'm starting him over David Montgomery in a half PPR league. Montgomery with the worst matchup in the world. So what do you think? That. Yeah, what do you still go Montgomery? Okay.
I still go Montgomery over Gainwell. We know that Gainwell will work on passing downs. He's been doing that a lot lately anyway, and I can double check that, but I'm pretty sure he's been they've leaned into him on third downs. I wonder, I don't even know if it's going to be Caleb Johnson. I wonder if it's going to be Trey Sermon that they have more faith and trust in at this point than Caleb Johnson.
If you're questioning that makes me a lot more confident in starting Kenneth Gainwell.
Exactly. So I think if you're in a pinch at running back this week, Gainwell's a great one to go to, especially in PPR. He will catch some passes from Aaron Rodgers. And who knows, maybe they give him a full workload. They clearly would trust him the most out of the remaining running backs that they have.
Okay, now listen, if you don't need Kenneth Gainwell or Caleb Johnson, they have a bye next week. So I would think that Jaylen Warren would be back in week 6.
Mm-hmm.
So it's not worth, for example, I was going to drop Woody Marks for Kenneth Gainwell. And I thought to myself, look, I don't need a running back in that particular league. So I think I'd rather stash Woody Marks because he could become the starting running back, I think, where Gainwell is going to be behind Jaylen Warren when everyone's healthy. So that's one thing to consider. I would only pick up Kenneth Gainwell. I would probably only pick up Kenneth Gainwell if you really need him. Don't drop anyone that you really like. I had backup tight end in a couple leagues. I dropped backup tight end, that kind of thing. Is that kind of how you're seeing it too?
The only other thing I'd add is that if your opponent this week is really lean at running back and you think they're awake right now, you could play keep away and add Gainwell to your bench, drop somebody that you don't think you're going to need. It would be especially helpful if it's somebody on the Falcons, the Bears, the Packers, or the Steelers, because those guys are off next week. I don't know if anybody's going to make a beeline to pick up Romeo Doubs or maybe even Darnell Mooney if Mooney doesn't have a good game this week. So you could make that move, pivot from one of those guys that are going to be on bye next week, and stash Gainwell, play keep away. So Gainwell, if he has a decent game, I don't think he's going to have a big game. It's Minnesota. Just playing keep away from your opponent. I don't hate that idea one bit. I'd much rather your desperate opponent say, all right, I guess it's Caleb Johnson time. I'd rather go up against that than Gainwell. As silly as it sounds, and as much as I would have smacked myself over saying that if I were saying that in like July. But that's where we are right now with the Steelers run game.
All right. Kenneth Gainwell or Travion Henderson? Do you see the report that the Patriots are going to be back to normal, no penalty for Ramondre Stevenson's fumbles?
I don't know if I buy that completely. I do have Gainwell over Henderson. I think it's an easy call in PPR and probably non-PPR as well.
Okay. Where are you going to – I'm sorry if you said this. Where are you going to end up with Gainwell in your rankings?
Gainwell is 28th in my running back rankings. He is behind – who are some names that you're – like Montgomery, he's a spot behind Montgomery. He's just 2 spots behind DeAndre Swift. Not going to get cute and start him over Chase Brown. In PPR, I do have him ahead of Tony Pollard.
Oh, that's interesting. I had that decision to make. I kept Pollard in, but I think that's because I have Gainwell starting in so many leagues. Now, it's I don't like that. I'm not enthused about it necessarily. I'm really hoping for 4 catches to boost his game, so I don't want to be overexposed on Kenneth Gainwell.
Let me get back to you on just how many third down snaps he's played too.
He is definitely good. Dave, it doesn't matter because I think he is definitely going to be the third down back today, right? I mean, I feel confident in that.
I know, but it's going to be a lot easier to be confident in him if he's been doing it already. And I don't think they've got anybody else that could possibly do it. I like confirming this stuff. 17 of 34 third down snaps on the year for the Steelers have belonged to Kenneth Gainwell.
All right. So that's
17 for Jaylen Warren. What do you really think they're about to put Caleb Johnson on the field on third downs or Trey Sermon? Not without something happening to Gainwell.
No, and I think it's interesting. We haven't had a situation like this yet. Good morning to Jamey. That, doing the FFT Express in the morning and then doing these live streams, we haven't really had these kind of down-to-the-wire decisions. I think the most that I can remember, the most difficult one was Brock Bowers when he was playing on, was Monday night, right? Or, was it when he had the knee injury? And we expected him to play, but now we have Warren being a surprise and active. We're going to answer your questions in a moment. But Jamey, did you want to? Where are you at with Warren and Caleb Johnson?
Gainwell.
Yeah, sorry.
I am. I'm not trusting Caleb Johnson at all. Gainwell is a high end flex, so he's like running back 30.
Perfect. By the way,
start Travion Henderson, for example.
Okay. 95 plays this year where the Steelers have passed. And it's just Kenneth Gainwell for 46 snaps and Jaylen Warren for 50 snaps. So, again, when they drop back to pass, it just makes sense that Gainwell will be in there on the majority of those.
Well, Warren's got 9 catches in his last 2 games. This is what
this is a PPR thing.
Right.
Yeah.
This is non-PPR. It's a stay away almost.
Yeah, I feel that. If you guys were going to guess how many carries for Caleb Johnson today, what would you guess?
Oh, well, I mean, if they're getting blown out, which could be a possibility. 10. I'd take the under, but 10 would be the most probably.
Okay, so let's say it's 7. Would you still take the under?
I think 7's fair. I was going to say 8, but 7 is probably a good number. Yeah. It's funny because one league where I did not need Kenneth Gainwell, I dropped him last night when I saw it.
Oh, no.
It's great.
And I wasn't going to play him, so it wasn't a need. But then I'm like, crap.
Dave, you have another Gainwell note?
No, I just gave it to you, the passing down snaps.
Yeah. And then there's, just to back up what Jamey just said, if you're just joining us here, Jaylen Warren inactive for this game in 50 minutes. They have a bye next week. So you might only want to be picking up Kenneth Gainwell if you really need to play him this week, not necessarily a guy to stash. Okay. Hey, other than that,
unless this is something serious, but it doesn't sound like it, but
right, exactly. And now Juwan Jennings is playing today, guys. Reportedly, I don't even know what to believe anymore. But Juwan Jennings is reportedly playing today. We've seen that could have a pretty big impact on Ricky Pearsall. Brock Purdy is also going to play. What are your thoughts on the 49ers passing game, Dave?
I think that Pearsall is still the best one to have, but it's much closer than it was. I did move Pearsall down just a little bit, and you can't deny the targets that Juwan Jennings has gotten when he's played. So let's view Pearsall as more of a number 2 wide receiver. Probably should be even lower than where I have him ranked. I think he's still top 20 for me, and it probably shouldn't be that high. And Juwan Jennings is more of a high-end number 3 receiver who I would like more in full PPR than half and non.
Jennings did not crack my top 48. I'm just nervous about this limited snap situation. And I wonder if they have any sort of a lead against the Jaguars, which would not be a surprise. Then do they even play Jennings very much in the second half? So I wouldn't trust him at all. Pearsall's still very safe number 2 receiver.
Okay.
And the fact that he didn't practice all week is not great.
How you feeling about Chris Godwin? Oh, I think he did practice on Friday.
He did.
No?
Limited session on Friday.
Limited. Okay.
What about he didn't practice on Thursday?
No.
What different? Okay. All right.
How you feeling about Chris Godwin today against the Eagles?
Number 4 receiver, 3 receiver league in a flex.
Yeah, I don't want to start him.
How about
just for example, just to tie in the news of the day, I picked up Gainwell in our Bake Burger Dynasty League, and I'm starting him over Godwin.
You picked up Gainwell? Gainwell was available in our Dynasty League?
Yes.
It's Kenneth Gainwell.
Yeah, but everyone's rostered in that league.
Well, now Parker Washington's back as a free agent.
Okay. All right. How about we read some questions in? I'm in scramble mode right now, and I want to thank Thomas Schaefer because we recorded Express and we led the show with a couple minutes on Kenneth Gainwell. And I was about to, or on Jalen Warren. I keep screwing that up. And I was about to publish it. And I said, I can't publish this. I can't, if people, that's the only thing they're listening to this morning. I can't have that. So he went and edited it and published it without the Steelers running back information. So thank you very much to him for having my back there. We'll start with this one. Adam is cool. Pearsall, Tedero McMillan, or Quinshon Judkins. We have to sit one of them in non-PPR.
Non-PPR, I'm sitting McMillan.
Give me the names one more time. I'm sorry. I'm scrambling with my teams.
Sit Pearsall, McMillan, or Judkins in non-PPR.
It's McMillan.
Okay. Let's see. Mariota or Baker in Superflex?
Mariota.
Marcus Mariota.
Oh, okay. Why?
Because he's got a great track record in his last 3 games with this Commanders offense of putting up good numbers. He has a safe rushing floor to go along with it, somewhere between 30 and 40. Jamie, you might know the number of the minimum rushing yards that Mariota's put up in a game. And I don't fear this matchup at all, especially with Atlanta's best cornerback not playing. That's AJ Terrell. He's out. I know that McLaurin's out. I still think the Commanders find ways to move the football, and I don't know if it's going to be running the ball. I think there's a chance Mariota leads the Commanders in rushing.
Wouldn't surprise me. And you get the revenge game. He had a miserable season in Atlanta, if we recall. Remember, he left the team or retired, whatever it was. Like, it was weird. I remember the whole situation.
Okay.
He said something to the effect this week that he found himself, and he kind of realized how he needed to think as a pro quarterback. In
Brian
Atlanta.
Thomas Jr. or Matthew Golden?
Still BTJ. But it's close. They're like 3 spots apart in my rankings.
It's not close for me. I'd rather BTJ.
I will say this. There's more upside with Golden today.
I'm struggling to leave Golden on my bench in a league. I am doing it, but it's a leap of faith that you have to take if you're going to start him. But it really couldn't be much better than the setup for him.
I just had because of Warren sitting Warren now for Golden, and I'm moderately excited about that.
What'd you say? Golden over Warren? Yeah, right, there you go. Olave or DK?
Olave in PPR, DK in none.
I agree.
Olave in half.
Metcalf, Waddle, DJ Moore, Breece Hall. Just pick one.
Breece Hall.
Breece.
Okay. Sit one. Chase
I do
Brown.
wonder with his reception totals this week with Fields back.
Over on.
Ooh.
I'm not saying he's the guy for that choice, but like we saw game in that 3 quarters with Justin Fields, and he's got 2 catches in each. We saw a game with Tyrod Taylor, and he had 4 catches.
I'm gonna say 3 catches.
I would say the over/under is 2.5. Yeah, that's good.
Okay.
I think you could have like 5. That's
Parker Ridley.
That's so brutal. I think I have Kirk higher.
I would take, Kirk.
Is Io Manor out there?
Just for your reference, if you're curious, Sportsline has Kenneth Gainwell projected for 8.4 PPR points.
Nice.
I need more than that. I need more than that.
Give you some reference for some receivers. That is less than Romeo Doubs. That is less than Christian Kirk. That is less than Rashid Shaheed. For running backs, that is less than Trevion Henderson. I'm just looking at my lineup. Sorry. It's a great lineup, by the way. Those are guys on my bench. But I was just trying to find some names.
Okay.
He is projected for more. If this is a big one, though. He's projected for more than Mike Evans.
Oh, okay. That's
wow.
Let's start him over Evans then. T. Higgins or Parker Washington?
No.
Still T. Higgins.
Yeah, I can't. No. T. Higgins.
Cedric Tillman or Jawan Jennings?
But this, just to go back to that, this is the trap we're going to get stuck in with him. And it was like Tyreek Hill last year. Like, you can't bench them. Or you feel like you can't.
I think you can. I think you can bench. I mean, I would not bench him for.
Well, no. What I'm saying is, like, we're gonna get T. Higgins versus Parker Washington versus Io Manor versus Dobbs versus Wicks. I mean, like, there's gonna be a handful of guys that have a ton of upside today, and you're gonna say, "Oh, I can't do that," and then you're gonna look back and say, "Well, that guy got 12 PPR points and Higgins got 4."
Absolutely, but yeah, I mean, I would you bench Higgins for Matthew Golden?
They are literally 2 spots apart, 3 spots apart. So if you're concerned, then yes, you can. But this is process over results, right? I can't bench the guy that I drafted in round 2 one game after he stunk because I want to see at least one more game. Oh, by the way, they're playing Denver. Oh, by the way, he hasn't had a great track record with Jake Browning. So I certainly understand it. But then T. Higgins has a 42-yard touchdown catch like he did against Jacksonville. You're going to be like, why the hell did I do that?
How many games with even 10 PPR points has Matthew Golden had?
0.
He's averaging 5.1. Now, I know that the trump card to that, like if Jamey and I were playing Uno and that's the card I just played, Jamey would come back and drop the card of the Dallas Cowboys because playing the Dallas Cowboys usually leads to really good numbers. I'm a little worried that Golden will get, are we rushing to assume that Golden's going to be their number one guy this week when he really hasn't been?
It doesn't have to be.
He improved last week, but is he really going to be their number one guy? Is he really going to get 8-9 targets?
No. It's not. I don't think that's the case at all. The case is he gets 5 targets, but one of them is like a 60-yard touchdown. I mean, it's just this team. I mentioned the stat. They've given up over 180 yards on go routes. And I watched all those plays. They just Trayvon Diggs 3 times and someone else the other 3 or 4 times. They just get beat. Their cornerbacks stink. They have no pass rush. They're getting Deron Bland back this week. They have no pass rush. They give up big plays all the time. They're the worst defense in football in terms of giving up big plays. One of the worst defenses. They're historically bad in that regard. So you're just hoping that Matthew Golden gets loose. But I'm not expecting 8 targets. I'm expecting 4 to 6.
I think you said it best. It's a leap of faith. And this is what we have to do in telling people to set their lineups. And this is what people setting their lineups have to decide. We are going to say exactly what Adam just said. Here's the reason why. Dave said it simply enough. It's Dallas Cowboys. That there's a huge opportunity for rookie receivers take some time. They are now 2 games into Jaden Reed being out. They are a game after he had his best performance of the season. They're a game after basically called out his quarterback and said, I'll do good things when I get the ball. However he said, I'm paraphrasing. And now you get this dream matchup. So I get it with the T. Higgins comparison, but then when you start to go to the Calvin Ridleys and the Jerry Judys and the guys who have been disappointing and you're still starting them over Matthew Golden, to me, that makes no sense.
Right. Tillman or Jawan Jennings, did we answer this? This was like a half hour.
We didn't. I'd go Jawan.
I would go Tillman.
Devontae Smith or Ricky Pearsall?
Pearsall still.
Pearsall.
Can I tell you a couple of my fears, by the way, just kind of a little away from the
Spiders?
Oh, boy, I see a big
4-figure electric bills.
Oh, my goodness. I said to Dave, I was like, Dave, my electric bill last month is so expensive. I cannot even believe it. I was furious. I was going to call the company and be like, what is going on? And then I realized that I had not paid the previous months. So it was just 2 months worth of bills. So it really wasn't that bad. But anyway,
Adam's credit
worried
in the toilet now.
because on this Matthew Golden subject, I'm worried that we maybe missed the sell high window on Caleb Williams. I feel like you should sell high on everyone after they play the Cowboys. Just look at the Giants, right? Like, the Cowboys give everyone this huge boost. And I'm also really worried about the Eagles. Like that they're just the Eagles we saw last week, they were trailing by 2 scores, that they're just going to go back to being the most boring, horrible fantasy team, you know?
I think they're going to start that way, but it's hard to run on Tampa.
It is, and Tampa could definitely put up points even without Evans. So that's what you got to hope for. But all right, let's get back to some questions here. Tell everyone how great Monk is. I think I've done that enough. It's the best show ever. Would you start Pittman and Brian Thomas Jr. over Devontae Adams and Tedero McMillan with their injuries? Interesting.
I would start Pittman over BTJ. Oh, I'm sorry. So for me, it would go Pittman, Tet, Brian Thomas Jr. in that order. And you're going to know that plays. So
timeout though. There's Devontae Adams in there too.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah, this is how I would play it. First of all, Pittman, Brian Thomas Jr., and Devontae Adams are all 4:00 games. Correct? That was a question.
Yes, Pittman is a 4:00 game. Adams in the same game.
Yep.
Brian
and
Thomas
BTJ is playing in San Francisco, so that's a 4:00 game. I would go, Jamey, you'll disagree with me on this, and that's okay, obviously. BTJ and Devontae Adams are going to be the 2 I would want. If Adams is out, or if we get a report sometime this morning that says that he's going to be limited, pull Adams and put in Pittman.
I'm playing Adams for sure. And Pittman is my second favorite.
I figured you would. That's okay.
Oh, you know what? Actually, I'm going to play Tet and then Adams.
Ted, okay. All right. Don't rip my eye. Yeah, I almost did that the other day. Start 3, Tyreek Hill, Emeka Ibuka, Cortland Sutton, Quinshon Judkins, and London. This is a tough one here.
The first 3 for me, Tyreek, Ibuka, and Sutton.
I agree.
Dak Prescott or Tua. This is not from Heath.
Are you sure?
I think so.
Tua.
I agree, Tua.
Another one from South Africa. Hello again. Hunter Henry, Juwan Johnson, Dalton Kincaid, half PPR.
Juwan.
I believe I have Juwan the highest of the 3.
Standard scoring, pick 2. Saquon Barkley, Ashton Genty, J.K. Dobbins.
The first 2.
I would go Dobbins over Genty.
Okay. And Golden
Worthy over Golden.
Worthy over Golden?
Mm-hmm.
I would go Golden over Worthy.
But how are we feeling about Worthy on that subject?
I think just based on your expectations that you laid out for Golden, I'm kind of feeling the same thing for Worthy.
I think the Chiefs need him badly. I think it's a somewhat different situation where Kansas City's trying to get their deep game going. They've been relying on Tyquan Thornton. They need speed on the field. They need somebody to help take some of the pressure off of Patrick Mahomes because they can't run the ball. I think Worthy gets involved. One
thing that keeps sticking in my head is in week 1, Xavier Worthy got hurt right out of the gate. The announcers in that game, that Friday night game, said they had a plan, a big package of Xavier Worthy plays. He was going to be a focal point for them. So if he's healthy, I still think that's going to be the case, at least until Rashee Rice gets back. We just obviously don't know what the shoulder is.
Right. That's the thing is, A, is he playing his full allotment of snaps? B, what happens if he takes a hit to the shoulder? And C, I don't necessarily view him as the speed guy that they need. I think they use him as they used him at the end of last season, which is as the Rashee Rice replacement.
Yeah. Travion Henderson.
Tyquan Thornton, I was shocked. Like I like to play the over-unders on Underdog. His Tyquan Thornton's receiving prop is 22.5 yards. Like, to me, that's a layup.
He can do that in one play.
Yeah. He could double that in one play. Travion Henderson or Matthew Golden, PPR?
I would go with Henderson.
This is where it's a mystery bag for both of these guys, but this is where I'd lean into Golden in the matchup they have. Henderson is a great matchup too. I don't know how much he's going to play. I hope he plays a lot. I don't know if he's going to.
So, right, if you didn't see this report, it wasn't even a report. It was just a quote basically from Vrabel. He addressed it. Ramondre Stevenson is not going to be punished in terms of his playing time for the 2 fumbles.
But we have no idea what that means.
Right, I agree. But it wasn't a great thing to hear if you wanted to start Travion Henderson.
Punish might mean he's not going to be inactive.
Right. Or he's not going to be completely benched. I mean, they've used all 3 running backs every game so far this season.
Mm-hmm.
I agree
I
with
bet that continues, but maybe a little bit of a shift toward Henderson.
Yeah, I agree with you guys, but it said business as usual. Chad Graff, the beat writer, said business as usual for the Patriots running backs. So again, I'll let everybody interpret that the way they want. These things are not always that reliable. So we'll see.
And they can change in the middle of the game. Like if Travion Henderson gets the hot hand, they're not going to take him off the field.
Now, Arvin says Adams is so funny and handsome. Are you talking about Devontae or are you talking about me? And that's a typo because that's really going to determine whether or not I read this question. Javonte, Brian Thomas Jr., Ricky Pearsall. Pick one.
I will take Pearsall.
I have Thomas Jr. I have Javonte the highest of the 3. They're all within 5 spots of each other.
Adam, break the rankings tie. Jamey has Judkins, Heath has Keenan Allen, and Dave has Devontae Smith. PPR. Ooh, man.
I'm surprised I have Judkins higher. I'm going to change that. I'd rather go Keenan Allen.
Yeah, I'm actually going to go Keenan Allen here. I'm a little worried about the passing attempts for the Chargers. I think we all are. could be a one-sided game there. But I'll go Keenan Allen. The Giants are really struggling. Their slot corner was supposed to be one of their strengths, but Drew Phillips, he's struggling a little bit. So I'll go Keenan. I love Judkins.
Keenan isn't their primary slot guy.
They both play the slot all the
They
time.
do, but it's been much more of McConkey, has it not?
McConkey plays more snaps. When they're on the field together, McConkey actually does have a higher slot rate than Keenan Allen, but they both have pretty high slot rates. Fields or Geno?
Fields.
I will take Fields.
Oh, now here's a good one. Daniel Jones or Geno Smith, and Gainwell or Keenan Allen. That second one is tough.
We'll agree on this one. And I don't think the second one's that tough.
I do.
No. It's Geno and Keenan.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I mean, we got a starting running back here in theory. It's Kenneth Gainwell. It's not like Jalen Warren. Jalen Warren does not have a run longer than, I want to say, 11 yards. So it's not like he's been doing so great as a rusher, but he's scored 13 or more PPR fantasy points every week because he's catching passes. I don't see how that's going to be any different for Gainwell. But if that said Jalen Warren or Keenan Allen, would that be a tough call for you?
No, it would be Jalen Warren. Sorry.
I mean, aside from the fact that Warren's inactive.
So what is different about Gainwell than Warren?
We don't know for sure that he's going to handle the type of workload that Warren has had.
It's true.
And maybe we're just trying to not get fooled. But I can't help but think that one of Trey Sermon or Caleb Johnson will play much more than we're thinking.
God, I just have.
But I mean, the passing down work should be there. So I mean, if you're expecting, I would say 4 catches at a minimum. So if he's going to get 4 catches, we've already seen him get a goal line touchdown. Mm-hmm. There is plenty of upside. I don't want to just poo-poo Kenneth Gainwell and say he's going to stink. Dave's right. We could see 3 guys here still with Caleb Johnson, who has not done anything of significance, and Trey Sermon, who's yet to touch the ball offensively, unless I'm mistaken, last week. There's a chance. There's a chance he's looking at 15 plus touches. And it might be more than 4 receptions, because of how Aaron Rodgers is going to operate. They love him in pass protection. That's been the case since they signed him. And so he's going to potentially be on the field a lot. But again, if they're getting destroyed here, which I don't know about you guys feel, but wouldn't surprise me at all if that's the case.
Correct.
And it would surprise me.
It would?
Yeah, it would surprise me. It's a 2.5-point spread. Vikings are favored. I don't know. It would surprise me. I put it this way. I wouldn't make a lineup decision based on that.
I think just in the case of Keenan Allen has been 7 or more targets, right? Each of the first 3 games. He scored a touchdown in each of the games so far this season. He's playing a Giants defense that has the chance to still get exposed pretty easily. Yes, they may not throw the ball as much, but
Okay. You convinced me. Pollard or Kamara, half PPR.
Not sure what we convinced you to do, but okay. Alvin Kamara.
Kamara.
Convinced me to start Keenan Allen over Kenneth Gainwell, which is a decision that I don't have to make. But if I did,
I think we said that at the onset.
Yeah, but I was skeptical. You made a good case. I'm giving you credit. Trying anyway. Just take the compliment. Golden, Addison, Trey Tucker, Io Manor, pick 2.
Golden, and I'm gonna go Tucker.
I think that's how I would go as well.
Start 1 in PPR. Tyreek Hill, Tedero McMillan, Cortland Sutton.
Sutton? Do I have Sutton or Hill higher?
I'm going to go Sutton.
Why am I asking you guys?
Oh, I'm sorry. I go Sutton. Yeah.
I have Hill higher, so put me down for Reek.
So Jamey changed to Sutton and you changed to Hill.
No, I wasn't sure. I wanted to double check where I was at.
Yeah, no problem. One running back, 1 flex. Montgomery, Judkins, Breece Hall, Tyreek Hill, Deebo Samuel. Ooh.
I'll take Judkins as the running back, and
Judkins
over
Breece.
Breece as the running. Excuse me.
Okay,
Breece as the running back.
Hall. I'd rather a Breece.
Breece and Tyreek.
Yes. Hall Hill. What
Now,
the hell?
Correct me if I'm wrong. I feel like we've got some lineup setting going on right now. I've been trying to do the same thing.
I don't know what you're talking about.
it's.
I'm actually updating rankings, but yes.
Okay.
Yeah,
Well,
doing
that's
both.
more important. Cole Kmet or Chigo Okonkwo?
Check.
Can you
He's been good
go
the last
to
2
your
weeks.
waiver wire and find Oronde Gadsden II or Cade Otton or a
No
Browns
chance I'd
tight
start them
end?
over Chig.
Yeah,
I mean,
I
Oronde Gadsden played about 15 snaps last week. It's a little bit of a.
Yeah, Okonkwo's been solid the last 2 weeks.
He has.
yeah.
I don't know if you saw my just brilliant tweet, but comparing Calvin Ridley with Alec Iomanner. Calvin Ridley has more targets and more yards. Iomanner has 2 touchdowns, the only 2 touchdowns that they've caught all year. And one of them was a complete fluke. So they're probably a little closer than people might think.
It's almost like Judkins and Tillman. I mean, Judy and Tillman.
Yeah, it is. But I still think you guys are ranking Judy over Tillman, whereas you're ranking Alec.
No, this week I'm Tillman over Judy.
You are? Okay. For the record, I am Juwan Jennings over. I am starting Juwan Jennings and Wandale Robinson over Jerry Judy.
I'm with you.
Wandale, I'm 100% with you. Jennings, I'm not.
Yeah, I mean, I get it. I'm just so look. It's pretty clear with the Browns that obviously I say this and everything could change, but the only way it seems like for Judy or any of these guys to get 7 or 8 targets is for them to throw 45 passes. Because last week they threw about 35 and they spread it around so evenly. Judy, I don't remember what he had, but it wasn't the same amount of target volume that we usually see from him. And Flacco's just been horrible. So I'm so sad about it, but I'm getting him out of my lineup. Okay. Standard scoring league, pick 3 from this group. Ibuka, Dobbins, Chase Brown, or Sutton.
I'm sitting Chase Brown.
Chuba Hubbard or Kenneth Gainwell?
Chuba.
Now,
All
this
right.
is a tricky one because what if he's a surprise inactive, but everything says he's going to play.
One thing I've learned is that when the reports say the guy is going to play, they definitely play. Let's talk about Jaylen Warren. All right, so if you're just joining us, welcome. Thank you. I know it's early in the morning for a lot of you. Shout out. If you're on the West Coast, let us know because it's 6 o'clock in the morning. And if you're watching, that's really cool. So thanks for being here. So our big news right now is that we're less than a half hour away from game time in Ireland. And Jaylen Warren, where all reports were saying that he was going to play today. Jaylen Warren has been ruled out. He is inactive. We prefer Kenneth Gainwell to Caleb Johnson. They have a bye next week, so we're hoping that Jaylen Warren can be back for week 6. But Dave, where did you end up ranking Kenneth Gainwell?
He is not in my top 24 at running back in any format whatsoever. He is more of a flex play at best. I've got him behind Chase Brown, DeAndre Swift, David Montgomery, and I couldn't do it. I kept Tony Pollard ahead of him, so I moved him behind Tony Pollard as well. And a barely top 80 flex play.
Okay. Jamey, how about you on Gainwell?
Very similar. RB30 behind all those guys Dave mentioned, and much better in PPR than non, but there's still an opportunity in non because he does have a rushing touchdown on the season. I think in the case of the other guys, like what are we going to see? Are we going to see like a Caleb Johnson breakout performance? It's very hard to expect that against this defense. If he was playing a softer opponent, you could say maybe there's this opportunity for him. So I think a lot of people will probably look at it and say, oh, Caleb Johnson. Like I saw in one of our leagues, I forget which one it was. Somebody picked up Caleb Johnson last night. I don't know if Gainwell was on waivers or not, but like to me, there's a no-brainer here. Unfortunately, I hope Caleb Johnson can maybe show some things now that he has this potential opportunity. I just think based on how this game flow should go, how Rodgers uses his running backs in the passing game, what Warren has done in the last 2 games at least, like this is Gainwell's direct chance to step in and be that type of guy.
From a big picture perspective, they go out, they draft Caleb Johnson in the 3rd round. He's obviously been off to a disappointing start. Preseason didn't look good for him. Special teams nightmare. Right? I don't even know he had a touch last week. It's an opportunity for him because the Steelers' run game has been putrid. I believe their longest carry is 13 yards, maybe 11 or 12, right? They haven't had one big play yet. Both Warren and Gainwell are really struggling on a per carry basis. So it's an opportunity for Caleb Johnson to do something. Just we don't really have a reason to believe he's going to get that much work or that he's going to do well with it. He hasn't shown it yet. But it is funny, guys. Caleb Johnson is rostered in 44% of leagues right now. Now, actually, the roster percentages do take a little bit of time to update. So people that are going and picking up these guys this morning, it's not reflected yet, I think.
I would guess it's 60 by the time the end of the day.
Kenneth Gainwell's at 17% right now.
Yep.
And it could be a little higher than that. Like I said, it's not reflected. but people are choosing to at least roster Caleb Johnson over Kenneth Gainwell.
Well, I think one thing you said is also important here. Like, if you are not planning to start Kenneth Gainwell, unless you're trying to play defense from your league, they have a bye next week, and then Warren is back. Now, there's something you brought up that just kind of stuck out to me, is that you said jumpstart their run game. To me, it's a big if, but if Caleb Johnson has a big game today, right, surprises us, they run the ball well, Jaylen Warren could be in trouble. Because if he comes out and does the things that they drafted him to do, then we maybe see Jaylen Warren, I don't want to say get Wally pipped, but he may go back to now being the third down guy, or maybe he falls, again, crazy thought, but maybe he falls to third. Now, I don't think this will happen, but just throwing it out there that you mentioned it. The run game has struggled. Some of that has to do with who they played. But if they get a big game from Caleb Johnson, like, this is what they drafted him for. Now, again, they signed Jaylen Warren to the extension after drafting Caleb Johnson, so clearly they see what they're dealing with. Just throwing it out there that there could be a situation where this could be Caleb Johnson's huge opportunity if he takes advantage of it.
Can I give you a quote from Mike Tomlin to kind of back up what you just said, James? Tomlin told reporters this week, sometimes when you have mistakes, you got to take a step back, but I'm really pleased with his approach to business and work. It's more about the day-to-day for a young player. And so I think he's positioned himself to be a contributor this week. And he also added that he won't be on kickoff returns.
Okay.
What if maybe that big if that you just laid out, Jamey, isn't as big as you think. Maybe he does get some opportunities to run the ball.
The biggest obstacle is not so much the absence of Jaylen Warren. It's the Vikings defense that's there in the face. I mean, like, it's can he go out and do that against them?
But that's half of the problem. The other half of the problem is that we've seen diddly zip. That makes no sense, but nothing from him to suggest that he's like ready to be what Tomlin is saying, a contributor in the NFL, other than a guy that's going to get the ball in a handoff, freeze his feet, and then get hit. So I don't know. Maybe he's made strides in practice and they feel confident. They're going to give him some opportunities. Maybe not. But this makes me think now, after reading this, Trey Sermon's going to be their kick returner, and that's why he got called up. And Caleb Johnson might end up being the number 2 back today for Pittsburgh.
All right, I'm looking through the chat to find some questions specific for this game. I have a few of them, and let's go read them. Here we go. Kenneth Gainwell or T. Higgins, PPR?
Higgins.
Still Higgins.
DK Metcalf or Juwan Jennings?
Metcalf for me. Jennings may be inactive. Can't take that chance.
I have Metcalf. For some reason, I was thinking Juwan Johnson when you said that. But yeah, Metcalf over Jennings.
Metcalf or Chase Brown, half PPR?
I would go with Chase Brown.
Yeah.
This is, I think, an easy one here. Debo or Jordan Addison?
Debo. You're right. That was easy.
Famous last words. Calvin Ridley, Judy Gainwell, pick 2.
Oh, gosh.
Gainwell's the easy one.
Right. That's where you finally go. Gainwell's the easy one.
Finally, we got an easy one.
I'd go Judy still.
I don't.
Where do I have him right? I have Judy higher than Ridley.
Gainwell or Travion Henderson?
Gainwell for me.
I'll take Travion.
I am starting Gainwell over Travion Henderson, but not with a ton of confidence.
Yeah, this I'd play matchups if you're close.
Mason, Pickens, Brian Thomas Jr., Jaylen Warren. We don't want to start
Tyler Warren.
Oh, yeah. Could be.
What if it's Warren from There's Something About Mary?
Warren Sapp.
Could be Warren Sapp. Well, what are we thinking here? Who are our favorite 2?
For me, it would be Mason and Tyler Warren. If not, it would be Mason and Pickens. For some reason, I saw Pickens and thought Metcalf. Mason and Pickens.
I think I would still go with Brian Thomas Jr. over Pickens.
Wait,
But
I have an update. Wait. He meant, I guess he had Jaylen Warren, but now he's throwing DeAndre Swift in there instead of Jaylen Warren. So now who are your favorite 2?
Mason and Pickens.
Yeah,
Mason and Thomas for me.
Shakir or Jordan Addison?
Shakir.
Addison feels a little more fun.
He does.
You guys playing the Saints.
Yeah, right.
Worthy or Addison?
Worthy feels a little more fun.
Let's see. Gainwell or Ramondre Stevenson?
Gainwell.
Gainwell higher.
Chase Brown or Gainwell?
Chase Brown.
Chase Brown.
CB.
I think I'd go Gainwell. You guys play the
Cheeseburger.
Broncos.
Interesting.
I'm putting way too much faith in Gainwell. Mason or Dobbins?
Mason is higher.
Mason.
Love them both, though.
Yeah. Kirk or Gainwell? Gainwell over Kirk.
Gainwell.
Yes.
DK Metcalf or David Montgomery?
DeKalen.
I would take DK.
Last one. Addison, Tillman, or Coleman?
Keon Coleman.
Sure.
Okay.
My guy. Have you seen what the Saints have allowed to outside receivers this year?
No.
At least 18 PPR points per game.
Will Josh Allen throw more than 18 times?
Yes.
Well, yeah, you just
More
said
than 28 times? No.
You said take Khalil Shakir for someone.
Well, that was Shakir versus
Yeah,
Addison.
you said Shakir over Jamar Chase. I couldn't believe it.
Yeah, right. I could. Yeah, it was
Is that such a stretch? It was better last week.
Oh God. All right, need to replace Warren here. Jamison Williams, Darnell Mooney, Hollywood Brown, David Njoku, and Troy Franklin. Who are we going with?
I would go with just take the upside of Jameson, I guess.
Yeah, right. You're opening up the grab bag. You're sticking your hand in there. You're going to pull out Jamison Williams.
Although if you can get Gainwell, drop Hollywood and go that route.
Okay.
There you go. TJ Hawkinson or Sam Laporta, non-PPR.
Laporta.
The door.
Although, does Hawkinson have more touchdowns? Has Laporta scored yet?
I don't think Laporta has
No.
scored yet.
He has not. That's
Maybe
what he
this is
does.
the week.
He's due.
He's due.
All right, we need a running back and two flex. Henderson, Mooney, Strange, Tootin, or Marks.
Henderson.
Yeah, Henderson's your RB. Full
Henderson,
PPR, eh?
Tootin,
To
Strange.
me, it comes down to Strange or Mooney.
I would go Henderson, Strange, and Tootin.
Oh, it's two flex. Perfect. Henderson, Mooney, Strange.
Yeah, I'll go Henderson, Strange, Tootin.
Sitting Mooney.
He's sitting Mooney for Tootin. There's definitely a joke in there somewhere. Matthew Golden or Travion Henderson?
We answered this one before, right? I'll take Henderson. You guys will take Golden.
Tootin
Yep.
out of your Mooney.
I don't know if that was different format though.
The format wouldn't really change anything for me, I guess.
I'll take Henderson still, but I like both.
I like both too, but they're both grab baggish. Golden.
Caleb Williams or Justin Fields?
The current Bears quarterback.
4 points. I'm gonna go Fields.
Hawkinson or Kincaid?
I do love the matchup for Fields. I'd still go Caleb.
Kincaid.
I'm going to check
like
my
both.
rankings on this one because they're close.
I'll take Kincaid just because of Addison's return.
I have Hawkinson one spot ahead of Kincaid.
Question for you guys.
Answer.
Monday night, Jets, Dolphins are 7:15. Bengals, Broncos are 8:15. Which game is going to be on your TV? Which game is going to be streaming on a device for you?
It depends on how the Jets Dolphins game starts.
Yeah.
Oh,
great
okay.
point.
That's a good one. I'm definitely, if they were both on at the same time, I'd go Jets, Dolphins on TV, Bengals, Broncos on the computer.
My daughter's boyfriend is a Jets fan who's never been to an NFL game. The game's down here in South Florida.
Oh,
$25 is the ticket price to get in to Jets Dolphins on Monday night.
oh, that's so sad. That used to be when I was growing up.
That was
We
the
would go to
game.
the Jets Dolphins game every year. As my brother was a Jets fan, and it was intense fights all over the place in the stands. I'm glad we don't. Hopefully, there's none of that crap anymore. But
There's not going to be anybody there.
Really heated rivalry. Well, there can only be one good team in that stadium, Dave. Gainwell or Ja'Cory Krosky-Merritt?
This is where format comes into play for me. I think I would actually start Gainwell over JCM in full PPR.
I'm taking Gainwell either way because there's still a chance that Krosky-Merritt could be inactive.
Oh, that's a good call. That's true. So the safe play is Gainwell.
He's expected to play, but you know that doesn't mean much these days. Golden, Trey Tucker, Ricky Pearsall start too. Oh,
I'm sitting Tucker.
I'm sitting Golden.
Scadaboo or Henderson in PPR, and would you swap either of them out for yes?
So wait, you'd start Tucker over Henderson then?
No, over. Oh,
Well, you said you start Golden over Henderson, so you're starting Tucker over Golden.
Yeah.
Interesting.
you start Tucker over Henderson.
Scadaboo.
The scat man.
No, wait, but you should sit Henderson for Mason. You should start Scadaboo and Mason. Right?
Correct.
Mason 1, Scadaboo 2, Henderson 3.
Yeah.
Okay. Adam for Wimbledon. Actually, Adam's taking a big break from tennis because had a little bit of a tantrum on the court yesterday.
What?
Gosh, no, stop everything.
No, we only have 5 minutes.
So, talk to us. What happened?
I've just been losing a lot. And Friday night, I lost in a super tiebreaker, which is first to 10 points to decide the match. And yesterday, we were playing a match to 10, and I was up 8-3, and I blew the lead, and I lost in a super tiebreaker. And I just keep losing these close matches, and I need a mental break.
What did the tantrum consist of?
It wasn't that bad. I, kind of slammed the racket down, used a word I shouldn't have used about myself. I was really.
You're playing your daughter?
What?
Who are you playing against?
I was playing against this guy, Josh. Every time we play, we go to a tiebreaker. We very evenly matched, but I thought I had him, and I just blew it. He picked up his game. All right, start 3. Olave, London, McMillan, Debo. So sit 1.
From this gang,
I'm sitting Olave.
Yeah. Schultz or Hawkinson?
Hawkinson.
TJ. Dalton Schultz shouldn't be on a fantasy roster.
Golden. Every tight end should basically be rostered. Every starting tight end.
Your favorite league.
Go get Gadsden.
We're stupidest league. Golden, Hubbard, or Keenan Allen?
I think I have Hubbard.
I would go Hubbard.
It's definitely Hubbard in non or half PPR.
Okay, just reading this update on Chris Jones. Very sad. He's in a family funeral today.
Oh no!
Flying back for the game against the Ravens. So sorry to hear it. His aunt passed away.
That's terrible.
Judkins or Rashid Shaheed?
Judkins.
Agreed.
Got a lot of West Coasters. Let's see if I can get the West Coast here. Tight end, Andrews, Strange, or Njoku, and then Browning or Flacco. It's not PPR, so.
Yeah, Andrews and, your poor quarterback situation. You can't get Geno Smith off the waiver wire?
I'm going to guess this is what he's available. But it's probably super flex or 2 QB.
Can't get
Jack choices, I would go Flacco.
I'm very excited for a new era of Giants football. Jerry says you got to try a scoop of peanut butter in a bowl of ice cream. Yeah, that does sound good. Unless we're coffee ice cream.
I did that.
I had coffee ice cream last night.
And
as I told you, I drowned it in hot fudge and M&Ms. But it was still fine.
I also had coffee and chocolate frozen yogurt together, and it was amazing.
Ugh. All right, pick 2 in PPR. Pollard, Travion, Tootin, Gainwell. It's a tough one.
Pollard and Gainwell.
I will go Travion and Pollard.
Henderson or Kareem Hunt, PPR?
Henderson.
Yeah, I don't think you can start any Chiefs running back with any confidence, but it looks like a pretty good matchup right now because Matabuke is on IR, and they're out another starting defensive lineman.
Yeah.
So,
do we know about Kyle Van Noy? Anything out on him yet?
Oh, I haven't seen that. Let me check. Okay. But the Ravens defense is pretty beat up. I mean, the Chiefs got a chance here. Kyle Van Noy.
Pacheco. I'm sure he'll do the rest.
I mean, they got a chance to have a big offensive game. Obviously, they have a chance to win. Van Noy returned to practice. He's questionable.
Yeah, I knew that. I just wanted to know if he was, if there was one of those Sunday reports that said he's expected to play per source.
Nah, I don't know that. Sorry. Montgomery or Judkins?
QJ.
Yeah.
Do I start Scadaboo over Chase Brown, even though Neighbors is my number 1 wide receiver?
Yes.
Yeah.
I would start Scadaboo over Chase Brown.
Chase Brown, Judkins, Trey Tucker, Turpin.
Ooh, warm Pop-Tart and ice cream. I think I missed out on college.
Judkins and Chase Brown.
Warm
Yeah, that's
Pop-Tart.
probably the way to go, too.
Yes.
The Ohio
One of the
RB.
things that really bothers me is the people, the don't toast the Pop-Tart crowd.
Yeah, you got it. That's the whole point of the Pop-Tart.
Exactly. It's supposed to pop out of the toaster oven. You're just eating a tart. Golden or DJ Moore, PPR.
DJ Moore still.
I'll take DJ Moore.
Tolbert or Tillman?
Da-na-na-na-na-na-na.
Still Tillman.
Tillman. Coffee is life. I'm fine with coffee being life, but not coffee ice cream. Patriots.
It wasn't bad. I did the soft serve. They had a soft serve. They had a soft serve at Carvel that I went to. It was good.
Oh, okay.
I don't think it's the best like Dan was raving about.
Yeah, honestly, I'd have. I wouldn't be like, oh yeah, coffee ice cream is good. I wouldn't freak out about that. Coffee ice cream is the best. Only Schneier would go that far. Patriots or Lions?
It sounds like Heath went that far too.
No.
Lions. Don't hate
McConkey, Pearsall, or Tyquan Thornton?
Ricky.
Yeah.
Ricky over McConkey?
Yep.
Ricky over McConkey.
Gainwell, Sampson, Allen, Gordon, Tootin. Start one.
Gainwell.
I don't think that's Keenan Allen. I think these appear to be running backs.
Braylon Allen?
Yeah.
Yeah, it would be Keenan Allen if it were Keenan.
Gainwell.
At that. I mean, it's right in his name. He gains well.
Couldn't agree more. Sit one in PPR. Debo Samuel, Tyreek Hill, Jacoby Myers, Zay Flowers.
Love them all. I would sit Debo.
I would sit Flowers.
Ooh.
I'd probably sit Myers, but yeah, that's a really tough one. Henderson, Golden, or DJ Moore at flex?
Moore.
Henderson for me.
Keon Coleman or Jerry Jeudy?
Coleman.
Hashtag Keon.
All right, we're just about done. We're going to stop in 2 minutes here. If you're just joining us, we have Kenneth Gainwell as a flex, top 30 guy, but not in the top 24. Caleb Johnson, we don't really want to start. Someone asked Caleb Johnson or Ollie Gordon. I go Johnson.
I would go Ollie.
I would too.
Yeah, I mean, better chance for a touchdown. All right, go.
Better chance for touches.
I don't know if I agree with that, but
we have no idea how many touches Caleb Johnson will have.
How many did Gordon have last week?
Not that many.
Gordon had 9.
Did he?
Yep, 9 carries for 38 yards and touchdown, I believe.
All right, that's okay then. Gainwell or Pittman?
Pittman.
Yeah. Mason or Abuka?
Mason.
Mason.
Raw Pop-Tarts suck. I wouldn't say that, but I like where you're coming from. Swift or DK?
I'd say it. DK or Swift.
Ladd or Olave?
Ooh, I think I have Olave higher.
Really? Okay.
Yes, in full PPR.
Wow, almost midnight in Guam. Fields or Drake May? 4-point.
Fields.
I'm with you.
Nick Chubb or Kenneth Gainwell?
Gainwell.
Xavier Worthy or Kenneth Gainwell?
Worthy.
Gainwell.
All right, now we're going to end it there. So we've got another show coming up from noon.
Later, James.
All right, guys. See you later. Noon to about 12:55 p.m. I say noon to 1, but we end, 5 minutes. Lineups are locked now, at least for the Dublin game. So enjoy it. Enjoy some football. We'll talk to you for the end of it. We'll be watching along with you at noon Eastern, and we'll see you same place. Dave, Jamey, Thomas, thank you. I'm Adam. Good luck, everybody. See you soon. See ya.